hell, that was a sweet one.
Let's go!
Woo! What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Winners Lounge. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, this one was elite. This one was sweet. Short-handed Denver Nuggets. Everything to prove, I guess. Backs against the wall, down. They found a way to get this one out, man, against what's clearly been a superior team, but not tonight. Not in Game 4. The Denver Nuggets get it. Everything great happened. So many good things happened in this game. Yoke was incredible. Bones was incredible. Will Barton finally got his playoff moment. There was a special person in the crowd tonight we're going to talk to. There's no shortage of good things. And I'm just telling you guys right now as you're tuning in, we very likely will have a special guest hopping on the show very shortly. But first, a brand new T-shirt. Go ahead to the big screen there, super producer Al.
Yo!
Can I tell you something? Woo! On this show, we really kind of we fillet Yoke. I'm sorry.
Careful.
D-line a lot on this show.
Okay, yeah.
We really give him a lot of props. Like sometimes we're always talking about genius or funny or this or that. This is your best work. This is your best work. I'm not. No, you don't. There's no disagreeing. This is honest to God. You've made a lot of bangers, but this one right here is the banger of all bangers.
Yeah, hold on. You don't got to talk. It's me first. Yeah, you have to wait. This is like your birthday. When
right.
everybody's singing, what do? This is my favorite shirt by far. It's not even close. People joke about, do I like your shirts and things like that, and I do.
I don't usually
People
see
joke
that
about right there. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna put that thing on.
Wow.
I'm gonna showcase it as much as I can. That is a banger. That's a banger.
Do you want to say anything nice about Eric, or is it too much? Do you want to bring him down at all?
Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah, he gets it. Yeah, he totally gets it.
So
go ahead.
This shirt was made in concert with Bones Hyland.
Oh, hell yeah.
I spoke to him. I had a phone conversation with him. We talked about what he wanted to do. We went back and forth. He used my name, Eric.
Wait, that's not your name.
I was on a call with him. He was at a Zoom call.
Who is that?
He was driving and eating crackers.
You're sharing a lot of secrets here.
Let's go!
You're sharing a lot of secrets here. Guys, we are presented as always by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. If you used promo code DNVR when you signed up today, and you listened to this man over here, as well as me, I also hit my parlay.
Yeah, but we're talking about Dev right now.
But we're going to let Dev ISO. We made a little bit of money tonight, Dev.
We did what's called a clean sweep.
A clean sweep?
I hit all my bets. Then Eric chimed in. He hit all his bets. And then Adam, you was like, you know what? I'm going to hit all my bets, too. We hit all of our bets today. DraftKings loves us. We love DraftKings.
But between the Nuggets, the Warriors, and us, we're the only ones with a clean sweep. Only ones, baby. No sweep tonight.
It's just us.
Over here, I got the green man. It's Brendan Vogt.
This one meant a lot to me. This one meant so much to me. I'm going to use my intro time to shout out the bar goers tonight. Man.
Listen.
Plus from the DNVR bar goers tonight. No woe is us. No 3-0 energy. If that was you came out here like it was Game 7. We see you. We appreciate you. Thank you.
The people that went to the arena, obviously, as Nuggets fans, and the people that show up at the bar, like it was full. It wasn't like Games 1 and 2 where it's packed, ass to ankles or whatever, but it was full. All tables occupied. But you know who was here tonight? You guys know who showed up tonight?
Eric Wedum, me, D.
The real ones. The diehards were here. I'm telling you, if you just walked into this bar and nobody told you what the series were, you'd be like, I don't know, Nuggets up, 2-2, what 1-1, just start, what is it? No. This place was going wild from the start. Great crowd, great energy. Everybody high-fiving. Very friendly atmosphere. It was great tonight, man. This was a great night at the bar.
Diehards only. And look, it's really easy as a fan. We talk about not quitting. Well, that's for the players and the coaches. It's really easy when you're down 3-0 after the year you just had to pack it in. But everyone who came out to this space tonight came and brought it. My day was better for it. We appreciate you.
I got D-Line with me, too. He's got the headband, man.
Why wouldn't I have the headband?
Because it looks kind of ridiculous.
Because you look absolutely absurd.
Because it's really goofy.
And because he's not wearing it anymore.
Because it's kind of silly.
One time.
It was a one-time thing, and he's not doing that anymore.
I know you put it on your shirt and everything.
There's a lot of reasons, to be honest.
Guys, my headband is red. My complexion is red. My voice is gone. My best friend is Bones. I don't know what to do with my life. Everything changed for me today. I was talking so much shit on Twitter, and it all worked out in my benefit.
And then the shirt is at DNVRlocker.com. I mean, as with all of our clothing, but DNVRlocker.com,
baby.
And I'm telling you, I can't wait for this thing. Over here, Superstar Dev is in the house.
Man, what a moment, what an experience, what a game. All-timer day that I'm just excited about. I didn't think that I would be excited. I didn't think I cared.
Yeah.
I truly did care. I did not want them to get swept. I wanted them to fight, and that's exactly what they did. They earned every single thing that they had today, and also no sweep.
You know that scene in Braveheart where they all like pull up their kilts and they're just like basically mooning them? This is what this game was. This was a total are they kicking our ass in the series? Yes. Do they have all their guys that we don't? Yes. All this stuff true? Yes. But tonight was one of those ones, and Draymond wanted it. You saw him egging the crowd on, and I love Draymond. And people get mad at me. Every time Draymond did something goonish, everybody would get mad at me. I'm not giving him props. I'm just saying
Don't
tonight.
say you love Draymond.
I'm just saying I'm not trying to complain about him. I love it. Never need some of that energy, and they had it tonight. But I'm saying he's egging on the crowd because he wanted to do the swept, go home, we own you, whatever. But guess what? Shut up. Get off the court. You're not a part of this. Get off the court at the end. Nuggets get him back. Dude. Do you guys want to go for a fast break breakdown?
Make it fast, bro.
I'm going to make it fast.
Actually, you could take your sweet effing time.
You know what? I'm going to take my time. There's a lot of notes here. Do you know where that graphic is there, Allie? It's called the fast break breakdown, but Kale might have it.
We've got over 1,000 people in the chat. I'm trying to get to all of them.
It might be called the quick recap, or
it's called the quick recap.
This is why it becomes hard that you have so many names for it, because now when we have somebody trying to find what it is, nobody knows what it's called. I don't. I definitely.
You know what, Allie? Whenever you do find it, just go ahead and put it on. I'm gonna get started on the. The quick recap. Draymond Green fouled on the very first play. And he fouled Jokic really hard. If you recall, Jokic goes down, he kind of got poked in the face. I didn't think it was necessarily anything dirty, but it was a hard foul. There's a difference between dirty and hard, and I do feel like Draymond was in send a message mode. Hey, man, tonight you're going to go home with a couple bruises. It's
it was
probably
dirty.
the case every night.
He's a dirty player.
Was it a sign of things to come? Draymond picking up that first foul to send a message. Would you accept that message if it always ends with him fouling out?
Yes.
Yes, 1,000 times.
Yes, please.
Aaron Gordon. Much maligned in games 1 and 2. Draymond going right at him.
Aaron.
Had a little bit of his Paul Millsap moment where, you know what, he got up in Draymond's face and was like, you're not punking me today. You're not doing that. And I liked it. Did it have the same effect? Maybe. We'll talk about it. Klay Thompson absolutely on fire in this whole game, but it started right from the jump. The Nuggets, I'm telling you, they keep doing not that this counts. This is why the Warriors are good. The Nuggets keep outplaying everybody but one guy in the first quarters, and there's one guy that just catches Jordan Poole, or remember when Gary Payton had 3 threes in the first quarter? It's just always one guy. Tonight it was Klay Thompson. Jokic very aggressive from the start, but a little bit of mixed results. Nuggets got in the bonus early. That was a big advantage, and then Jokic went to take over in the back half of that first quarter.
Yeah, he did.
I'm telling you, he had his big boy pants on tonight. 37 points for him. He was in takeover mode. Some missed free throws from Aaron Gordon and Bones left some points on the board. 25-21 Nuggets, and you almost felt like they should have been up more between Klay's ridiculous shooting and Nuggets missing free throws. Bones, though, has a deep 3 in that second quarter. Nuggets up by 13, but wait, there's more. Then he had back-to-back 3-pointers. Back-to-back 3-pointers in the second quarter. Boogie picked up a tech that kind of halted some of the momentum. It was a soft tech. I got to come to Boogie's defense on this one. I thought it was BS.
This one was really soft.
But this one in particular was are you kidding me? And then the Warriors started storming back. Rivers playing some incredible defense on Steph Curry in the first half. And then Klay picked up his 4th foul. 0.6 seconds left. This was the game, guys. Klay Thompson checks in with 0.6 seconds or whatever and immediately gets a foul called on him. And it was the greatest. It was his 4th foul, so they have to go into the half. He's going to play the second half with 4 fouls. Very chippy third quarter. This game got chippy as hell in the third. Bones got beat back door a couple times. Nuggets found something with Monte, Bones, Rivers, Gordon, and Jokic. How it took 4 games to find this lineup against the death lineup is beyond me, but they finally found it, and it saved the game.
As long as you find it.
And then finally, guys, J. Mike checks in. Veteran player. First play. Coast to coast, he gives up an and one coast to coast on the very first play. Next play, matches up with Steph in transition, sinks behind the 3-point line. Steph gets a 3. It was a 6-point. His first 2 possessions on, he gets scored 6 points on. An and one from Steph and a 3. Again, not his man, but it's transition. You just got to stop Steph. I was so frustrated. The Nuggets had a 12-point lead, and it was down to 6 like that, and he's a veteran player. Fourth quarter, bench made a nice run. Demarcus Cousins at the heart of a lot of this. Bones Hyland at the heart of a lot of this. Warriors got a timeout with 8 minutes to go. Bench recused themselves very well. Surely Michael Malone's going to bring Jokic in to close this game. Not the case. He's stuck with the bench for one timeout too long, as he's known to do. Warriors went on a 3-0 run in large part because Clay missed a wide-open three and Clay missed a free throw. It was huge. If he would have hit those shots, it would have been a damning mistake for Michael Malone. They only get outscored by 3 points in that extra, 60 seconds. Then Jokic comes back in. I thought there was a very tough call on a Jokic air ball that, look, Jokic is shooting 70% from the field this year. I haven't seen him miss a shot by 5 feet.
Yeah, he got fouled on that shot.
But there was no replay I didn't see. I was just like, man, and it was a big one. Warriors storm all the way back, but Draymond Green fouls Aaron Gordon with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. Nuggets down 1. Steph Curry hit some big shots. Monte Morris hit some huge shots.
Come on, man.
Jokic hit some big shots.
Monte.
And then the play of the game, there's really 2 of them. One, with the Nuggets up, I think 2 points. Lob attempt. Jokic is on the bench, and he's calling it out. I don't know if you guys saw the video. He's telling, hey, they're going to go for the lob. You see him mouth lob, and he's pointing it out. Sure enough, they go for the lob. Austin Rivers makes an incredible play. He had great defense all night on Steph Curry, but he tips the lob away. It becomes a steal, and what happens on the other end? Jokic to Will Barton in the corner. Will Barton, who's been injured for every single one of the Nuggets' playoff runs, except for this one, much maligned. You know he wanted a playoff moment, and what does he get? The game-clinching 3 from the corner. He had an awful night, guys.
He was the worst Nugget.
He was the worst Nugget. But he came through in a big moment with that shot. And to be honest, if you're not happy for him, you got to evaluate yourself. You could want him gone. You could want any of this stuff. But Will Barton sealed the Game 4, got a victory for the Nuggets with a huge shot. A great pass from Jokic. Dev. That was a long recap, but man, I'm telling you, I wanted to relive every second of it.
That was a good recap, and you missed no parts.
Missed no parts of it.
My biggest takeaway is
every play of the game. Yeah,
that was truly like a shut the fuck up game.
Oh,
yes,
that
was what it was.
And,
shut the fuck up game.
Every one of us that's watching the show, that's on the show, that is cheering on this Nuggets team, they all needed that because there's been so much fuel to the fire of people trying to downplay the type of season that Jokic has had, the type of season that the Nuggets have had. And, they just put their foot down and they said, shut the fuck up. That's what we're going to do. We're not getting swept. We're going to, be at home.
Winningsburg.
We're going to do everything that we have to do. The thing that stands out for me is that other people stepped up, and that was the biggest difference for the Nuggets. Jokic could have, he's been playing well. He's, been trying to figure it out. They've sent double teams at him. He's trying to figure out how to defend, how to score, how to take over everything on one of the best defenses of all time right now with the Def lineup. And he stepped up, but still, they're still chirping. They're still bitching. They're still crying. And other people stepped up. Monte Morris has a monster game. Bones Hyland comes off the bench and has a big game. Demarcus Cousins has a big game. Aaron Gordon, he started out pretty rough, and then he turns it around. But with someone else stepping up, that's the type of things that we get to see. And Denver showed everything that they had in that and got the win, and that's big.
Can I tell you guys something that the homie Miroslav just sent me, and it blows my mind.
Was it a dick pic?
It blew my mind. Today, guess what today is? Serbian Easter. Easter today.
Orthodox
and we got
Easter,
Orthodox Easter. And of course the Nuggets get the win on Orthodox Easter. Of course they do. Go ahead, D-Line. What was your big takeaway from this game?
I spent the entire first half so disappointed in Monte Morris. So disappointed in him.
I agree.
He was turning the ball over. He was missing wide open shots.
Yeah.
He was the one that we were looking to, or at least looked as though he wanted to run with Jokic, but he just wasn't getting the job done. And then in the third quarter, a switch flipped and Big Game Tay made an appearance, his first true appearance in this playoffs, and it made all the difference in the world. I was so proud of him. He stepped up so monumentally in that third quarter. He was nails.
Yeah.
It was beautiful to behold. It's just like watching one other player step up with Nikola Jokic. You see what it looks like. It's a completely different situation. The Warriors are a fantastic team. Luckily, this was an early game, and nobody could get their rhythm going early. I mean, the first quarter was about as ugly of basketball as you can imagine.
It was for these two teams that can't guard, each other.
But it was just wide open shot, brick, wide open shot, brick, wide open shot, brick. The Nuggets really, and not only Big Game Tay, also man of the hour, Bones Hyland, literal Dame Lillard. Mile High City Baby also showed up, hits 3 threes in just a critical junction in the game where it could kind of go one way or the other. Gives the Nuggets that feeling of belief.
Yep.
Like, we can do this. Like, what are we talking about? Like, we beat this team in the regular season. This team is not superhuman by any stretch of the imagination. And, like, just watching the resolve on this team, watching them come together, like, not back down. The fact that the game was tied with under 2 minutes left, it felt like doom. It felt like, okay, well, they gave them their best shot. This is just not our year. There's any number of reasons to sort of write off why this is okay. And they did not back down. They took control, and they made winning plays. Will Barton, man, like, there's no more maligned player on the Denver Nuggets. That shot that he hit was as big a shot as you have in the NBA. I'm so proud of Will. I mean, like, I have nothing but great things to say. I mean, this was not a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination, but this was the game that they needed, and they were not scared, and I'm so proud of the Denver Nuggets.
I'm so glad you brought up Monte, though. Your big takeaway was like 20 things. They were all great. I loved it. It was a great. You were cooking there. But the Monte part that you started with, to me, was huge, because to me, Monte is, on offense, he's often the second most important Nugget because he's Jokic's running mate. So you need to have the balance between you got to make them honest so they can't just load up on Jokic. And tonight, when it mattered most, Monte made all those. We talked about all those momentum threes from Game 3, and he seemed to miss all of them. He goes 5 of 7 tonight, and he hit all of those big momentum ones. So I love that takeaway. What about you?
For all the guys that stepped up tonight, I'm not sure this gets to crunch time where the Nuggets lead, let alone a winnable game, if Austin Rivers does not.
Man, that's a great takeaway. You guys brought it today, man.
We've called for this. We called for this pre-series. We called for this after games 1 and 2. And look, we're wrong a lot up here. But Austin Rivers needs to be a big part of this series. The effort he played with guarding Steph, communicating the switches, the attention he paid to the switches. I mean, the way he plays defense, you wouldn't know that the rest of the team is like borderline incapable of it.
Yeah.
I mean, he just plays with such an intensity on that end.
Yeah.
They don't win this game if he doesn't play that well and play that hard. And I know, like, there are some shots Austin misses and you go, man, you just got to hit those. And I get it. But when he's utilized correctly, he can do something and bring something that no one else on the roster can. Today he did. And that was a Game 7 effort from a guy on a minimum contract that may not be back next year.
Right.
Down 3-0,
Man.
down 2 stars, and he came out and he played with pride. So shout out Austin Rivers.
Here's the thing, though. I think he's got to be back next year. Like, I know it's crazy, but Austin Rivers, to me, we've been talking about this a lot. You need some defenders. To me, he's one of 2. Like, that's half of your, like, tonight, we always say, can you take away what the elite player? Steph Curry is the top of the elite guards that you talk about. And look, Steph is not going to play like he did tonight, even though it's funny, like, when you look at the numbers, he still gets up, 33 points? Like, Steph Curry still had 33. He still had 33 points. Like, here's the thing, though. It's the same with Jokic and Draymond. Jokic's averaging 30 points per game in this series right now. Would you say games 1 and 2 he won the matchup versus Draymond? No, not because he didn't have good games, but because great players have to have great games. So if you can just lessen them down to a B, tonight was a B game from Steph Curry.
Right,
it was a B game. And for parts of it, it was an F game where Austin Rivers was really having an impact. He was fantastic. Absolutely love what he's contributed in both playoff runs. And this series, finally, to your point, he gets the minutes. My big takeaway, and this is not a downer, I don't mean this negative. There's good things that come out of every circumstance, including this one. I watched, obviously, the NBA very closely from 2000 on, basically, but especially closely over the last 15 years. I watched the LeBron runs, and I was always blown away at how dominant LeBron's teams were in the regular season, in the first round, in the second. You get to a point, especially when you're going up against other super teams, where every single game becomes so hard. And you look at it and you go, wow, that took a lot near perfect basketball to win. But guess what? To win a championship, you have to do that. Now, the Nuggets are playing one of the best teams in the NBA in the first round. So usually the first round, you wouldn't have to say you have to be all the way at the top. Denver, I thought, you're right, it wasn't a perfect game from them. It was a hell of a game from Denver.
Gritty.
It was a gritty game, but even if you just look at it, Denver shot 48%, 15 to 31 from 3 tonight. Again, did they shoot above themselves? Probably, yeah, of course. But the thing is, Denver was locked in for so much longer than at any point they have been in this series, meaning they had fewer moments of lapse, and that's just what it takes. That's not like, oh, Denver ran hot or this or that. That's what it takes to beat the Golden State Warriors of the world, to beat the Phoenix Suns of the world. We didn't see it at all last year. We saw it. And here's another takeaway I have, Dev, and I'm curious what you think of this. Denver was so bad defensively for the last 30 games of the year. They looked exactly like a team that had not locked in defensively in games 1. In game 2, maybe a little bit better, but then the wheels came off. Game 3, I thought they looked like, all right, they're starting to get it. Are there the lapses where 2 guys jump out and there's a wide open layup? Yes, but there were fewer, and then tonight, fewer still. You look at the teams like Boston and Phoenix and Golden State, those are teams that have been ramping up their defense through the course of the season. It's like, hey, we're trying to build habits. I feel like the Nuggets had no habits coming into the playoffs, and it bit them in the ass. And over 4 games, they've actually made a very big improvement in terms of now we're locked in, now we understand our scheme. But I hope it's a lesson to them that, hey, this is actually the regular season as much as anything is about locking in your defense. Figuring out how it is you're going to defend. The offense, you're going to figure out series by series, sometimes game by game. But defense, do you guys have the communication and chemistry?
Right.
And it's too late. But over these 4 games, they've improved in that area pretty dramatically.
Yeah, when you look at all of the really good teams, especially like going into the playoffs from there, you could go with the Miami Heat or the Bucks every year that they win it, or even Utah every year when they're getting closer to it. They do like have conversations about maybe the season is too long, but also they also key in on the defensive end. It's never the offense. That's where they like lack, or maybe they take nights off. But defense, they're always locked in because they know that's what's going to have to be the difference maker when it comes to the playoffs. Denver did not have that. They were just kind of lollygagging, and Jokic was kind of just like clearing the way for them to like get those type of wins. And as you can see in those first 2 games, especially against a team like the Warriors, who are just so aligned, so on the same page and committed to just getting extra passes, extra plays, they like figured them out for, like really early, and then they had to make an adjustment. This game was a huge adjustment that was made on the defensive end that made other people have to step up that didn't. We didn't see the Jordan Pooles like take off and have monster games, and like they were locked in on him. We also seen Draymond Green have to score and be like an offensive threat, which you did not have to see.
Not even just him, Andrew Wiggins, who, by the way, was having a great one. But I was thinking this
part of the plan.
But it was part of the plan, because guess what? Wiggins is getting like cuts and slashes and floaters, and he was hitting them, and he was great. But it's like those count for 2.
Yeah, and it's a lot different than what it was before, because it was just open shot after open shot where they could punish you in different ways. If Wiggins is the one that's punishing you because everybody else like has a guy on them, or being physical and things like that, that changes things. So I feel like this was like night and day from what we've been seeing. You see them getting better, but also there is lessons to be had throughout the season where, hey, offense might not be there, but defensively you have to be a different team. You have to like go into it in a different way, or this is what you're going to feel, where you're having to fight and claw in series down 3-1, down 0-3. That's what we've been seeing, and it's because of that. So now you have things to go to, like, hey, those are examples of how you guys weren't aligned. Now we could change that. We're going to be a contending team.
Let's take our first break, but before we get out, Allie, can you pull up the shirt one last time? While we're on this break, why don't you hop on the DNVR locker and buy this beautiful thing? You know what's right around the corner, guys? Cinco de Mayo.
Oh!
Cinco de Mayo right around the corner. It's like a great, it's not even supposed to be a Cinco de Mayo, but it works as a Cinco de Mayo shirt should you want.
You're co-opting it.
I'm co-opting it as my Cinco de Mayo shirt. Absolutely. Let's hit a break. On the other side, there's so much more to get to, including King Yoke. I have some thoughts on King Yoke, you guys.
Oh, my God.
Is there alcohol in these? What are we drinking?
Seltzer, you don't know? Is that where you setting us up for an ad read?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you were. No. I thought that was a clever way to get into
just me being an idiot. Ivanka TV gets the people going.
Hell yeah, they get us going.
If you want to watch your Denver Nuggets or Colorado Avalanche, any of these Colorado teams hey, that's your right. You're a diehard. Some of you are natives. You've earned this. You deserve this. And right now, it's been taken away from some of you. Well, you can rip it right back with Ivanka TV, which is now available in Denver, Colorado Springs, and it has Altitude Sports. So don't miss the rest of the first round, which is not over, baby. Or the Avalanche, their playoff run. Go to Ivanka.tv/DNVR. Use promo code DNVR. Promo code now. It's not just about the URL. Use the promo code DNVR. And you'll get $10 off your first 3 months. Promo code. That's only $15 per month. First 3 months plus receiver. No contracts. No hidden fees. Ivanka TV. It gets the people going. Every now and then, fellas, you wake up, you stretch, you have a glass of water, you make a coffee, You hit the bathroom and you realize, oh man, I need to shave my balls.
Wow, I didn't know which. I didn't know if that was gut health for athletic greens.
Yeah, a lot of different ways it can go. But at one point in your morning routine, it will dawn on you that you should probably hack away at that foliage. But don't hack away with a rusty pair of kitchen scissors. Get the right tools for the job, Allie. Join 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with exclusive offer for you, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with code Nuggets20. It's not DNVR, it's a different one. So remember, code's Nuggets20. You're going to get 20% off your purchase plus free shipping worldwide. And when you do purchase, may I humbly recommend the Performance Package 4.0. It's got everything I need for me to shave my balls.
Let's go. Dude.
Check out Manscaped.
You look fresh over there.
Thanks, man.
You look like that wasn't an ad read, more of an anecdote from your own life.
That's right. They tell us they want anecdotes. I'll tell you what, I've cut my balls before.
You guys, I'm going to spoil a little surprise here. Bones Hyland's going to be joining us here shortly, guys. Boom! Bones Hyland's going to be joining the show just in a little bit. You know he's feeling hype. He's feeling hype, man. He just had his best playoff game so far, although I have a feeling he'll have better ones in the very near future. So you're going to want to stay around because after he finishes up doing media stuff, he'll be joining us. King Yoke. Draymond Green on his very own pod said that Yoke got the better of him in Game 3. Thought he got the better of him, and I would agree. Games 1 and 2, Draymond won that matchup in terms of doing what he had to do.
Yep.
Game 3, Jokic. Guess what? We're all tied up. 2-2. Jokic took it to him tonight. And can I tell you another thing? I'm going to have to bring back the list. Nobody wanted the list for these losses, this and that. But one of the things that I saw tonight that I just absolutely loved, and I think it was Draymond's 5th foul. Yoke faces up. We talk about there's the game within a game going on between Jokic and Draymond. I just know Draymond loves this dude. People thought that he was talking shit about him. If you listen to his podcast, he raves about Jokic.
He was not talking about
Jokic when he said like some guys that you think are guys are not the guys in the playoffs. First of all, Jokic averaging 30 on 70% shooting. Like let's not pretend this. But the point was the 5th foul. If you remember in Game 3, Jokic gets the ball poked away at the end or whatever. Tonight, Jokic did the exact same, face up, back down, but then he, shows the ball to Draymond and then pulls it back quick. Right as Draymond goes in for the foul. He's he baited him into his 5th foul. Baited him into the, I know what you're thinking.
Oh, on the
goes right for it, pulls it back quick. And if you go watch it, it's like a quick little boom because it was weird. You're almost like, what is he doing?
Yes.
And he did it right as Draymond reached and he gets the foul. I'm telling you, these two guys are the best of the best. Draymond's the best defender in the NBA. Yoke's the best offensive force in the NBA. And to watch them go back and forth, I wish the Nuggets had their squad more to compete so that we could see, because now it's Draymond's turn to go back to the drawing board and make an adjustment. But Yoke tonight to go off for 37 points on 14 of 21 shooting. And by the way, 3-point slump looks like it's busted. He goes 3 of 5 from the 3-point line tonight.
That's huge, man.
8 rebounds, 6 assists.
It's probably all too late.
I just thought what Yoke has done in the series over the last 2 games, it's not going to show up because they lost. They're 1-1 in those games, but 37 points in back-to-back games. And to do it on this efficiency with the defense fully locked in on him. The defense ignoring half the Nuggets roster, and for him still to do this is just, it's truly unbelievable. Jokic is leveling up. This is a series that if you want to take solace in the little things, it doesn't get harder than this for Jokic. It really doesn't. No. It doesn't get harder than this for Jokic in that he's going up against a very good defensive team that is solely focused on him.
Yeah, there's been conversation about a comment that Draymond Green made about guys stepping up in the playoffs and who it could be pertaining to. I'll tell you who it's not pertaining to, and that's Jokic. For the backs to be against the wall, for all of the conversation to be about is he going to step up in these type of games, is he being outplayed and things like that. He steps up for the moment. 21 shot attempts in the game because he knew it had to be on his back. Yep. He knew that it had to be him that was going to get them over that hump, and that's against a really good defender. I'm actually excited to see what Draymond Green's going to say after this game, just because he really did take it to him. He really did in every single way. Everybody's going to remember that the steal, that was the conversation on the last play when Jokic had him and he took it out of his hands. There's a play in this game where Jokic set him up completely, not even only on the foul, but the face-up, spin, turn around.
Direction.
That was a play. That was one of those vintage, not even vintage. That's a signature play that they're going to play on his highlights with the game on the line, where he just kept delivering and delivering.
Put him
every
in the
single
blender,
time,
man.
doing everything that he needed to do, and that's while seeing double teams. That's while being like they had to force him the ball. That Monte Morris pass to him where he's just like throwing it up every single time, that is a play that is not lucky. He does that every single time. And I know, like, to a casual fan, they're going to be like, hey, he's just throwing them up. Like, no, we see that, and he's willing to take those type of shots. But the leadership, like, in different ways. Like, he showed leadership in, like, give me the ball, and I'm going to make it happen. I'm, going to respond every single time. This was a game I didn't feel like Jokic made many mistakes in. And the greats do that. The greats have these type of performances.
Jokic is everything that we say that he is. He's everything that we say that he is. It's like, at a certain point, like, I put this on Twitter earlier, like, people who slander Jokic, like, you have to question their motivation at a certain point. Like, if you cannot appreciate what Nikola Jokic does on a basketball court, like, you have an agenda, or you don't know what you're watching. Like, I don't know.
Or you're not watching. That too.
Or you're not watching. Like, it's just mastery. Like, it's he does it so effortlessly at times that you don't acknowledge its greatness. Like, whenever whenever the ball is delivered to him in the lane, like, it's going in.
Yeah.
That's not true of 98% of basketball players. Like, you're like, oh yeah, it's in, and you're like, you just move back and like whatever. You act like everybody just chalks it up. It's like almost a dunk at a certain point. Like, his efficiency from 5 to 10 feet out from the basket, and that's not normal. Like, none of this is normal. And for him to now, in like no uncertain terms, he has solved Draymond Green. He has figured out how to bait Draymond Green into bad positioning. He figured out how to foul Draymond Green out of this ball game today.
Yeah.
He is the tides have turned. And I mean, listen, like, sad Warrior fans are in the chat right now trying to say that the series is over. Like, all right, bro. Like, you think that it might be,
right?
But it also might be that Nikola Jokic figured out the thing that was preventing the Denver Nuggets from getting over.
Also, there's a Warriors fan in every block of America. If you can't find them and you have to come here, like, you got to reevaluate yourself.
Yeah,
like,
man,
it's not hard to make friends when everybody is with you.
I just love that the chat, who fully,
you're welcome here, by the way,
fully
like, if you are,
understands what it means.
Yeah. Unless you're being a troll, then your ass getting blocked by
I just
Allie.
love the chat who fully understands what it means to be down 3-0 and are not tripping on that, but are still telling this dude to take the L on the way out.
Yeah.
Celebrate it while you got it.
Love
Good
it.
stuff.
I love it. Yeah, this is why, though, like, all these, like, counter-political social platforms don't ever work, is because people want the enemy. That's like there's like a loser mentality that you get from like these people that are like, no, I can't go be with my friends. I have to like be somewhere else. Anything else on Yoke here? Like, I really do believe this. It's funny, man. LeBron, his first year with the Cavs, has to go up against the Warriors, and Kevin Love gets hurt, and Kyrie gets hurt. If you guys remember in the playoffs, they go down. They win 2 games in that one. That's with an absolute at his peak LeBron, but with a really down bad supporting cast. I know it's the first round, but this team has been fantastic. Like, there's no reason to believe that this Warriors team is not similar to the 2015 and 16 versions of them. And then you look at even, like, obviously the KD versions of those. They also stormed through a bunch of good ones. I look at this and I go, like LeBron in 2015, who had this, like, hopeless finals because his guys got hurt. I do think it leveled him up to this, like, well, even if I'm not going to win, like, what level do I have to get to compete? When if you just lay out the best players in the series, Jokic, Curry, Draymond, Clay, Poole, Wiggins, like, it's just like it's all Warriors right there after Yoke. And so for him to have to like solve so many different equations every single second, it's leveling him up, and it's probably the brightest thing. And now that you avoid the sweep, I look at this and I'm like, let's just see how good he can get through this.
Good experience for Jokic in the end. After games 1 and 2, we said he hasn't figured this out yet.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't say, and so he's a stiff, trade him. What we said is Jokic figures stuff out. So we're excited to see how and if he does it. He has again, Dev. And games 1 and 2 were rough. Games 3 and 4 for me both serve as reminder games, which is reminder. If they get those other guys back, it should never be this hard for Jokic again. But if it is, not for a series or a season, but a possession, a stint, has he learned how to do it? The answer is a resounding yes.
Yeah, I want to move on to Aaron Gordon tonight, who had his Millsap moment. Like, look, man, it's been high profile that Gordon early on has been taking Draymond's ire, right? He's been talking shit to him. He's been trying to get his head. In Game 3, I thought Aaron Gordon, again, fought back. He did a very good job. Didn't make all of his shots, but he made some big ones, and, of course, Denver didn't win. Tonight, Draymond tried. When they got into each other's face, and I want to remind you about this, on the first possession of the game, when they were getting into each other's faces like this was a big, Draymond is going to, and you saw him talking. The whole time he's talking, he's trying to get back under him, and I thought Aaron Gordon did a fantastic job of just standing his ground.
Yes, he did.
Of just standing his ground against Draymond Green, who was trying to break him, and who I thought broke him in Game 2. I really was worried that maybe Aaron Gordon wasn't about it, but he's bounced back in these 2 games, and including tonight, he goes 10 of 13 from the foul line, first of all, which is big. Those are pressure cooker shots for a guy that's not the best free throw shooter, but 5 of 11, he gets 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. He did a little bit of everything tonight. I was worried about AG. When people talked about what were the big, can there be a big overreaction if you get swept or you look like this how do you analyze it? And I had some people say would you trade Aaron Gordon? And it was I don't think so, but man, I don't know. You got to be worried if you watch game 1 and 2. You got to be worried if he's a guy you can be in the foxhole with. Last 2 games, foxhole guy went right back in there and was you know what? If I'm gonna go down, I'm not gonna go down on my heels.
Can I just ask something quickly? How is it that Draymond Green is allowed to rake his hand across Aaron Gordon's face during that scuffle? All things are fine, and Demarcus Cousins literally just holds his hands in the air and is awarded a technical foul
right now. Yeah. Is he here?
He wants to be on.
Yeah, just send it. Whenever we see him, we're obviously hop on. So, yeah, we are ready to go.
Our bodies are ready.
Our bodies are so extremely ready. Aaron Gordon, though, what do you have to say here about it, Vogt?
Big time. His back could not have been any further against the wall.
Time.
It really couldn't have. Yeah. And his teammates were asking, I'm sure. We were asking literally on the show.
There's nothing anybody can do at those moments for you. That was you got to help yourself, man.
And Dre was daring him.
Yes, he was.
Daring him. So it's not just that he played better, it's how he played. Going back to that block on Draymond in Game 3, he looked himself in the mirror and he said, am I going to shrivel up here? Or is there a spine? Am I built from this? Am I made for this?
Right.
Now, did he look like the second best player on the floor in either games? No. But he showed that. He showed, okay, I'm not going to get punked. I'm not going to go out soft. And look, they were going to need those other guys to win this year. You can still learn lessons about guys. We were very close to 2 straight playoff series in a row where what we learned was that AG could not do this. We have a different opinion after games 3 and 4. I hope he feels differently about himself. From a pride perspective, that's a big-time response.
Yeah. I'm just so proud of him, man.
I was questioning if he was just afraid of the moment. If the moment was too big for him. He looked afraid. He looked scared. And it's where it was these guys wanted him to be the same thing that he was all year. No mistake about it. Aaron Gordon has been a bully. He gets advantages over guys because he's bigger, stronger, faster than everyone else. And this was a time that they matched him. And not only did they match him, they challenged him. Hey, show me. I want you to show me.
Yep.
In the first 2 games, he did not show him. This game, the third game, it was okay, whatever. Or sorry, the second game. Third game, okay. This game, it was hey, you're gonna show, we're gonna see off rip. So to start the game out, they went at him on the first possession.
Yep.
And you have 2 choices. You either have to respond or you shrivel up. He was I'm responding. You're not doing that to me. I already know what this is about. And he did everything that you wanted him to do. He did not settle. And that was a conversation that was happening. He's aggressive the entire time, went to the free throw line, stepped up on defense. He was the primary defender on Jordan Poole, who has been going berserk in these games. And you've seen, hey, I'm going to slow you down. Everything else around is that's going to slow it down. I don't have to run through screens. I'm going to just stop you. I'm going to be aggressive on the boards. I'm also going to make sure that Jokic has another guy that he could throw it to where we could just keep running the play, and they did every single time. Klay Thompson went into foul trouble. Aaron Gordon started to show the high IQ where he's okay, I'm going to pin Klay and make him have to defend me, or at least somebody's going to have to scramble to try to get back to me to get him off of me. And that was the type of game that you wanted from Aaron Gordon. But, yeah, the Paul Millsap play, that stands out. He showed I am not backing down. Then you have Demarcus Cousins, who's also I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm with you. So now you have 2 guys that are about that life.
Yeah.
And Aaron Gordon showed that he is about that.
You know what else I loved, Dev? when they stopped guarding him down the stretch, he moved off ball. Those dunker spot cuts. Now, maybe Jokic was a little too passive on a couple of them just because of how dominant he was scoring. But that's what it is, bro. You don't have to stand there and wait for a shot you're not confident in. If they're not looking at you, move. And he did. Now, part of this, too, was I believe they closed without Jeff Green, right? Austin Rivers was on the floor down the stretch. So you have Aaron Gordon in the power forward spot, which is a big deal. But also, Aaron didn't just stand and wait for the ball to come to him. He went and he got it. Big time stuff. Big time stuff.
Yeah, no, it's this is like a galvanizing moment.
Yeah.
This is a
totally.
And whomst amongst us understands galvanizing moments about a team that is down so bad that is able to see just a glimmer of hope and remember who they are and like feel their backbone stiffen and like what that can mean for a series. Like it's this thing's not over. Yeah. This thing's absolutely not over. Aaron Gordon delivered, and I love the characterization of that, the Paul Millsap moment.
Yeah, it's a great way
we don't back down moment. Like, we don't care who you are. We figured out, like, the first 2 games, the Nuggets were kind of gobstruck. Like, they just got gobsmacked. They got hit in the face. They weren't ready. The last 2 games have been extremely competitive. It came down to the wire, and the Nuggets are not done.
Let's hit our final break here on the other side. It looks like Bones going to hop on. Let's get through that, and then it's going to be a very long third segment. The third segment alone might go 1 hour. We have super chats to get to. We got Harrison, and of course we got Bones.
Lightshade is Colorado's premier dispensary with 11 locations where you can find a lot of different kinds of products. But one thing we want to push to you are their Wana Optimals Fast Asleep products. Need to catch up on some shut-eye after the big game. Well, no matter when you take them, this well-rounded recipe will leave you feeling rested and refreshed in the morning. Over-the-counter pharmaceuticals knock you out with powerful drugs that leave you in a fog. But Wana Don't You Wanna offers a holistic plant-based solution that tackles the root causes of sleeplessness, like stress and pain, Eric. So where can you find Wana? You can find it at Lightshade. Like I said, 11 locations in Colorado. And do you have to pay full price for Wana? You do not. You do not have to do that. You can use promo code DNVR, and you're going to get 25% off all non-sale items after purchase. That's not one time. That's not 2 times. It's every time you go in there. They're going to give you a quarter off your order. You can be saving dough on that sweet, sweet marijuana. Or those Wana Optimal Fast Asleep products. So get them in your life. Use promo code DNVR at Lightshade. Oh, you got us excited, Allie. And then, hey, one cool thing about Glendale, Colorado is that it's actually Rugby Town, USA. Not a lot of people know that one of the best places to catch a rugby game, get in on the rugby US culture, is right here in Colorado. And your Colorado rugby team has rebranded again. The rugby club, known as the American Raptors, composed of crossover athletes, ended their first season at 5-5. They want you to go check them out in year 2, see how they improve. Those tickets are free, and if you can't make it to a game, they also stream those games. And if you find yourself loving the game, wanting to learn more about it, check out the DNVR Rugby podcast, provided wherever you get your podcast, hosted by the homie Colton Strickler. It's real cool.
Is that good? Are we through it?
I'm done.
All right, we're going to try to connect here real quick. Man, I don't know if you got the Wi-Fi going, Bones. We might Cricket Wireless not working. We might have to try again. We might have to try back again here, Allie. Tell them to log on to Wi-Fi. Well, there's still plenty of stuff to get to as we kind of go through this one. We go to the bench. Demarcus Cousins had a big impact on this game. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. 3 of 3 from the field. The one tech, like I said, I just thought it was a rough call. But Boogie tonight, they have to win those minutes. I suspect that the adjustment that the Warriors are going to make in Game 5 is that they're going to change up that second unit because they've almost been punting on it. Tonight, he really made them pay for it. Let's just keep going. All righty. You have any thoughts on Demarcus Cousins tonight?
Man, I'm not sure if I have great DeMarcus notes. How did those minutes go? Well, the bench was really good. I mean, he and Bones. Do we got him? That was the gap in the game, right? I mean, the starters finished in the negative. Am I wrong? So, Boogie was incredible. The technical, I thought, was a weak call.
Yeah.
And I know he did draw 3 fouls in 5 minutes, but what he did when he wasn't fouling was great. He is bullying this Golden State second unit. And I thought, like, Denver's bench, once they put it together, looked much more like a strength than we ever thought it could be. Bones and Boogie together playing well, it's a strength. And like you said, Golden State is punting on those minutes. So they have to win. They've got to not just hold the lead, but extend the lead. Tonight they did, and the fourth quarter stint was better as well.
My man dials fast.
My man dials fast. Boogie was great tonight. Boogie was fantastic. 10, 15 minutes. All right.
All right.
You got to get home. Boogie was fantastic. Those were minutes we absolutely need. He played with poise. He played like a bully. He was able to get in deep. I cannot believe the whistle that Boogie Cousins get. That technical foul was the most egregious, nonsensical piece. Like, that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. His mouth was closed. His arms were raised, and Zach Zarba gave him a technical foul. I hope that Zach Zarba gets fined for that. That was absolute. I mean, it was nonsense. You saw on his face, like, he's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like,
but there's also the idea of, like, did he bump into Draymond? Yes, of course he did. But, like, guys, are you telling me guys aren't bumping in? Guys aren't doing
Draymond
intimidating?
Green?
Especially
Of all
Draymond.
people.
I can't believe Draymond drew the foul on
so
Demarcus Cousins
so
for that. The
deeply
technical.
embarrassing.
It was like, you got to be
So
kidding
deeply
me, man. It was
embarrassing.
terrible.
Yeah, this was great because Draymond Green realized, sorry, not Draymond, Demarcus Cousins realized how big he was, how much of an impact he could make by just going inside and knocking, people out of the way. Every single time that he got the ball in the post, he made them have to guard him. He's not doing any fadeaways. He's not just hanging out on the three-point line. They made it a point to have him start low, feed them, and then make them have to, like, adjust to him instead of the other way around. And I think that was, like, a big difference with that second unit. You had Bones knocking things down, out on the outside, and then you have a 1-2 punch inside where he's not just setting screens the entire time. So having, Cousins, he went 3 from 3 in the game, and then also made it to the free throw line. Like, that's big. That's different than what we've been seeing. And that's where he's going to really punish teams the most. So that was great to just see him say, hey, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you, and I'm going to attack you every single time down. Do something about it.
Yeah. Can I tell you guys one of the best parts of it tonight that was under the radar?
What?
You know who was in attendance tonight right behind the Nuggets bench?
Let's do it.
One composed gentleman.
A very composed gentleman was sitting behind the Nuggets bench. PJ Dozier showed up for this game. On his own volition. Just came in just to be like, I'm buying a ticket. Where's the bench? I'm going to sit right behind those guys.
That makes me so happy.
It's
dude.
almost like he bought a ticket, like, to feel like he's on the bench. He should have showed up in a Bada jersey or something, or like brought one of his old
They
ones.
should have let him in the huddle, even though that's illegal.
He had his like full warm-ups on just so that he felt like he was there. It
That would have been sick.
I mean, I love that PJ Dozier showed up for this one, man. I just absolutely love it.
This was the ultimate vibes fest through and through.
Oh, my
Everything that
God.
needed to happen for the Denver Nuggets happened for the Denver Nuggets. The greatest thing was that Klay Thompson actually had his first like really dominant game from distance, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, Klay was not good.
I mean, it didn't matter. It made it significantly harder than had he
didn't matter
just
for
missed
the
all of
outcome.
them.
The outcome, the Denver Nuggets were able to withstand a Klay aerial assault, and Jordan Poole was not good. Like, the Warriors are not a machine.
Yeah.
They are fallible. They are human. They can miss shots. They can be got to. They can be shook. And I don't know, man. I'm very encouraged by the fact that the Nuggets didn't win this in a fluky fashion. I mean, it was close, obviously, but this was the same game that was played the last game. It's just they figured out the issue in the last 5 minutes, whereas the game prior they melted. So I'm just so deeply encouraged.
What are your PJ Dozier thoughts? I mean, there's this whole thing where like we love PJ because he's our guy. He's our guy, but also there's the like when somebody loves being a part of the team so much, you like are more inclined for them to be a part of it. How do we got our connection now? We got it working? We still on the struggle bus, huh? Is that you? Or you went to the self
Lousy Wi-Fi connection, baby.
What were you asking me? PJ Dozier. I think this is more evidence that the stuff that Denver has tried to build up with the goodwill, the culture that they've touted, can pay dividends. Now, what does it really mean? Like, is PJ Dozier a superstar free agent?
Yeah.
No. But How about this, that a guy was a part of something that we perceived as potentially special,
Right.
is essentially shipped out, given up on after an injury, and he wants to come right back.
Right.
I mean, I do think it tells you that, first of all, he's friends with the guys on the team.
Totally.
But the culture thing, which can be a hollow talking point, especially for people in our position, I feel increasingly confident that it's not hollow in Denver, that there's something there.
I think that the culture thing, like, it really just shows like how different it is, like, from the past. Like, a lot of guys are shunned away from the team when they do that, or they feel bitter or have those type of feelings, especially when they're like pushed out. And the way that he was pushed out was in a very, very different way that he could be upset. But he didn't. He understood that it was a business, and also it made the team better, and he's still supporting because those are his guys. Those are his people. He was a part of this exact team, you know? So I feel like just seeing that, like, goes to show you, like, why people are so on to Malone, why, you know, the team that they have, they've been through those trenches. They've been there. They've been together, and they're still being supported even when the season's over, and he could be doing anything right now, like truly anything. And he decided to make a playoff appearance and support his guys. And the thing is, the Nuggets need him.
We need him.
They need him.
Right.
So, like, it was like one of those type
Right.
of things, and I'm sure that, like, he didn't want the attention or anything like that. He just showed up and just, like, was with his guys. And that just goes to show the type of changes that this organization has made.
You guys want to know the most hilarious stat? I can't fact check it, but it sounds right. Jokic is now 8-3 facing elimination. Isn't that kind of hilarious?
Yes.
8-3. Usually you're 500 or so when facing elimination because it's like you win half of them. 8-3. I mean, it's just actually absolutely incredible. And by the way, like, his best games always come like this. So
When the world needs him the most.
I'll also say this, like, I'm not trying to talk trash here. Like, I like KD. I don't have anything against KD. What do we hear all year with regards when we were talking about Jokic's MVP?
KD's
about
the best player in the world.
Yeah, like, hey, Jokic might be the MVP because of regular
he's the best
season,
player in the
but
world.
Kevin Durant's the best player in the world. He can't be shut down. There's no scheme that could shut him down. All of a sudden, you get 16 points. Jokic had more points tonight in the first quarter than KD had in the entire goddamn game last night. We now have 2 games of 37 points from Jokic back-to-back against the number 2 defense.
He's
in all the
averaging like
NBA.
31, 8, and 5 now.
I'm telling you, like, when we talk about Jokic as not just an all-around offensive player, passing, rebounding, this, all that, this is pure score.
Yep.
Right now he's going up against Draymond freaking Green.
Yep.
Pure score right now against an elite defender. Also, watch how they guard Denver. They're overloading on him nonstop, and with helps, you got Draymond plus the helpers, and he's still able to put up these numbers. I mean, his scoring is just at a whole other level. Dev, the big adjustment tonight, Austin Rivers getting the close finally with the starters over Jeff Green. I'm surprised that it's taken as long as it has, you know, for the Nuggets to arrive here. And I'll be honest, I was skeptical on how good that lineup would look. By the way, I think it actually lost its minutes. Nuggets were up 10 and ended up barely squeaking by. But that's the thing. That lineup's been killing Denver. You just need to merely be losing slowly to them. And Austin Rivers, to me, is such an obvious choice to be in Jeff Green's spot there.
Yeah, I feel like this was like one of those hypothetical situations where you say, put Jokic in a game with other guys that just want to play defense.
Yeah.
Austin Rivers was like non-existent offensively in this game. But he started out so hot. He had, 5 steals in the first half?
Yep.
Like, that's major. That like,
means a big deal. Yeah.
And we're talking about Austin Rivers in a second straight playoffs, like being like a spark plug or a guy that like is an X factor that can actually change the game. Austin Rivers, who everyone like just turned their back on.
Yep.
Like he got to close. He was a positive, of course, in this game because he had a mission and he understood his assignment. Straight defense the entire time.
Yep.
I don't know who got the defensive player of the game chain. I'm sure it's going to be him because he like really slowed down Curry. This is a game that Curry like lives for. He could have easily went for 50, in these type of games or back-to-back 3-pointers where everything is just out of it. Yes, he still scored, but also Rivers made it difficult for him. Rivers made him change the way that he's defending. He also is just running around and chasing him. It's difficult to try to defend 100 screens every single time, and you're just running around. And then also on the offensive end, you don't have much, and you're mentally an offensive player. But Rivers has bought in completely to this team, and that goes back to culture again. Rivers is doing anything that the Nuggets need him to do, and this was another example of that. So, yes, give Jokic some defenders. Let him do everything offensively. Everyth's going to be all right.
Plus, he had the biggest defensive play of the game. He had the two biggest plays of the game were from the two of the guys that get yelled at the most. Will Barton with the 3 and Austin Rivers stealing that inbound lob. That's what I mean. That's what this game.
Is there any other?
To.
Would you try is that lineup the one you'd go with, or would you try maybe a Bones in there for somebody?
Listen, I mean, I don't know how you can argue with what the Nuggets just did. I don't know why you would make any adjustments to the way that game.
I think it's what you need at the time.
Yeah.
Do you need offense?
No. You ran a hot hand.
Jokic already had it going offensively. You need someone to get stops. Now, if you need threes, like maybe you're down and you need to catch up. Now you alter. Now you need Bones Hyland to be in that situation. But that's the beauty of it all. You get that choice now. You have a guy that you can have for, break glass in case of an emergency, and that's what Austin Rivers was in this situation.
Yeah. Is Jokic figured out Draymond?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so. Now, is it going to go that way every time? No. Jokic got the calls tonight. By the way, those are fouls. Those are good calls. But do I think he's going to get the same whistle going back to Golden State in Game 5? I'm not holding my breath. So if Draymond is allowed to just beat the hell out of him, it's going to be tough. But I do think just in terms of Jokic looking flustered. Just sent you a tweet, Allie. Just in terms of Jokic looking flustered. Oh, he's being physical. Oh, he's smart with the timing and his center of gravity is lower than mine, which Jokic talked about, making it difficult for him. I think he's figured all of that stuff out. I just think what will the whistle be like is an uncontrollable that could swing this back in Draymond's favor.
You guys want to see something? I'll be honest. So that first foul of the game, when it happened, I honestly thought Jokic was maybe selling it a little bit. Let me show a photo. Go ahead and pull this up, Allie. Pull this up on the big screen for everybody to see. This was the foul. You see a freeze frame of this thing. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That hurts me.
Look at this thing. Is that on the screen now? Look at this thing. His finger is like up his nose. His other finger is in his eye. Look at this thing. Unbelievable.
It's disgusting.
Like, I know that you're watching.
Draymond Green is a dirty, dirty player.
I know when you're watching a video or whatever, that's the review. You get this. It's hard. You can parse it out, and sometimes a photo can be deceiving. But look at this thing, man. Like, honest to God, he has got 2 fingers inside Jokic. Out of context, that would be really bad. But he actually does. I'm being literal here. He's got 2.
He wasn't very good in context either.
He's got 2 fingers straight through him. I don't know, man. Honestly, if I'm Denver, Jokic has done a better job of drawing fouls on Draymond over the last 2 games, and I think that's part of it. Is like, we all believe, we're very biased in this. We all believe that Draymond is like allowed a level of physicality that is just kind of obscene.
It's not something we believe. It's a actual fact.
And can I say something? Outside of Jokic getting tossed in Game 2, which I still don't like, he's done a very good job controlling his emotions. Because he's like, his regular season self would be like, what the fuck are you guys watching? This guy's finger is inside my eye socket. Like, you don't need to do this. But in this one, he almost knows that the refs are he's just like, head down, just keep going. Because there's some plays you see him where he gets hit and he's like, and he just runs back and you're like, whatever.
Somebody called this picture the bowling ball.
By the way,
it's a bowling ball.
By the way, when Jokic himself and we sit here and say this is the importance of Jokic pushing through that stuff, regardless of what's fair or not, is because this is what it looks like when he pushes through. Yeah. Tonight, there were also some fouls that didn't get called, and he just laughed, and then he ran back and he got in position on defense. It's not about fairness. It's about what Jokic is capable of doing when he's focused on the right stuff.
Yeah. Who do we have this time?
Oh, yeah. There he is.
Oh, we got Bones. We got Wi-Fi Bones in the house. Boom, 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 boom. What is up, Bones? How you doing, brother? Allie, do you have it? What's going on? Oh, sorry, our sound is screwing up here. What do we got? That's on us. It's on us this time. Finally, it's on us. We got it, Al?
There you go.
All right, there you are. Holy hell, Bones. That was That was a hell of a game. That game was a lot of fun to watch. I have to imagine it was fun to play.
Man, that was an unbelievable feeling. Just the energy that was in the building was just electric. And my teammate showed, they just showed straight fight, no giving up, and we just out there playing, just having fun. business took care of itself.
So you talked about this at practice the other day, that the vibe was loose. You felt like, at this point, what do you have to lose? There wasn't pressure.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the team, it's easy to say that at practice, but tonight when the ball tips in the air and everything, do you feel like the team was a little bit more relaxed and loose tonight?
Yes, I feel as though we really relaxed our shoulders, honestly. It started in practice. Like, I came into practice, I walked in, and I'm like, yo, everybody's, loose. Like, what's going on with drills? Everybody's their self. I'm like, I'm feeling this, So I knew we was going to put ourselves in a great position to get a win. And as soon as we stepped out on the floor tonight, I had no doubt in my mind that we wasn't going to get this one.
I love that. Take us through the second quarter, though, because you talk about the crowd was lit tonight. I know who lit the crowd up, and that was and that was you. Back to back 3-pointers. I think you had 4 in the quarter, but you had 3 that were in a row in the same sequence. Just walk us through that sequence.
I knew that I had to, get myself going to, because when I'm scoring and I'm playmaking, I feel as though we put ourselves in a great position to win the game. So, coming to this game, I knew I wasn't aggressive enough, from game 1 to all the way to game 3. So I'm like, I got to come out and just be busy and be myself. And once I seen, one go in, I'm like, man, it's on. I'm gonna keep letting it fly. So. And honestly, when I'm shooting it, I don't really be feeling like where I'm at. Like, the line just feel like I'm closer to the line. Even
Interesting.
So when I'm shooting it, it just be the flick of the wrist. And you can see me on some shots, I'm turning my body a little bit to already get the crowd pumped up.
But what's funny about it, though, was the first one I thought you were, pretty open. They were sitting on the next ones, though, because it was sidestep. How close and are you, thinking at all that they might get out and block these ones? Because I felt like it was a fingernail away.
Yeah, so some of them, when I'm open, and I know, they be, in our head, we can't let him get, catch fire. So, I just need a little bit of space, but if I, try to get closer to the line, they're probably blocking, and I just got to go and create a play. So, it really don't matter for me. I work my tail off, on these deep shots, close up to the line shots. And I got no doubt in my mind that, I can catch fire like that.
Love it. In the first game, you guys lost, pretty convincing. Have a close, third game. So first 2 games. Third game was pretty close. Fourth game, you come in and you guys have that and you guys are loose. What made you, in the entire time you're on social media and you're still believing, what made you believe that you guys still had a chance, you guys pulled it out?
Man, a lot of people had a lot of doubt in their mind. They thought it was over for us, but I know my teammates, and I know, inside our locker room how much fight that we got. And I know that we wasn't playing our best basketball. Even game 3, we gave ourselves a chance to win, but, they great players over there. They're going to make shots, make big shots, and, the chips ain't falling in our lap. So this game, I'm like, we going to get this game. It just felt good just going out there. I just know how my teammates are. We're going to show fight, and, the chips fell in our lap tonight.
What about the trash talk? Cause I'm picking up a little bit of it. The broadcast, you can tell they want to hide it, but every now and then the camera will catch it, and you'll be like, "Wow, is the level of trash talk pretty elevated from what it was in the regular season?"
Man, it amped up on both sides, but it really amped up on our side though, and that's something that we needed. We needed to show that we're not scared of nobody. That you're not just gonna keep coming in here and everybody's gonna get off every single night. We established that in the locker room. We got to be more physical. We got to show some resilience and some fight in us that guys is not gonna keep coming in here and think that Nuggets basketball is soft. We got to show our heart, and show that we willing to fight, and we're gonna give it our all every night.
Stay on that same token. Aaron Gordon goes in first play of the game, and then it's up. First play of the game. What does that mean to the teammates to see your teammate go at, especially Draymond Green of all players, and it's just hey, I'm here, we're here.
Yeah, honestly, we always was talking to AG we know Draymond keep trying to talk to you, get in your head. Just be yourself, relax your shoulders. Every time he was shooting a free throw, I'll go up to him and just say, relax your shoulders. You're a killer, bro. They can't stop you dominant. They can't stop you down in the paint. But you got to clear your mind and just play your game. Don't let him keep trying to throw you off. And that's what he did tonight. I'm very proud of AG because at the end of the day, he's a very big piece to Nuggets basketball. And we need him to be locked in for us to, even give ourselves a chance to, win.
Holy cow. I'm going to run through a wall.
You know what?
I need Bones to give me pep talks just everyday things.
I know.
I got work to do.
Making my
I'm like,
smoothie.
Bones, I dropped my coffee.
What do I do?
What do I do? Just talk me up or something, man. Just get me going here.
Bones, we know
I got you for them talks, man.
we know you're so competitive, man. I gotta know now. You know what it's like to play in a game down 3 games to none.
Yeah.
What is that like as a competitor? How hard is it to stay? Is it really? Are you thinking ahead? Is it just we need this one? What was it like for you tonight?
Honestly, for myself, I think this really like made me bring busy out. I love playing under pressure. I love, our chips not falling in our lap and we just go out there and just be ourselves. Like when I first came out, from the warm up, I'm amped up because I know the chips gonna fall in our lap and I'm gonna show fight. I'm gonna try to build that confidence within my teammates to give them some confidence and just to go out there and let's just play Nuggets basketball. And at the end of the day, everything gonna take care of itself. And we show fight, we show resilience. I'm just so proud of my teammates, man. Just to not go out there and just throw the game away. We showed a lot of heart tonight and let them know that we're not backing down. And now we made this a series.
I want to rewind now. Game 2 was obviously really tough. Game got away from the Nuggets, and just a little bit of fighting, a little bit of tension on the team.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how well the team bounced back in Game 3, and even at practice in between it. I kind of walked in expecting, are people going to be separated, this or that? Just can you kind of take us through the tension of after Game 2, both internally and how the team responded to those moments?
That's just the fight within ourselves. We want to win so bad that sometimes we get to arguing. Everybody gonna bump heads to each other here and there, but at the end of the day, we went to the locker room and it was a family. We talked about it. We said we're not gonna do that no more. We're gonna put all that energy towards them and let them feel us instead of arguing with ourselves. And I feel as that made us a very a tighter team and let each other know that we all want to win. We all want to give it our all, and we just got to go out there and play Nuggets basketball instead of, sometimes getting out our own way and, playing our own basketball. So, that was just a bump heads moment. Every team go through it, but we bounced back very well from that, though.
I want to ask, I think Draymond Green's the best defensive player in the league. He was so impressive to me watching all the things he does. I think Yoke's the best offensive player in the league. He's so impressive. Yeah. Watching those guys go at it is just like, it's unbelievable. What are you seeing from the battle between those two guys?
Draymond trying to make it tough, for Yoke. He's pushing him, 2 hands on him. But, Draymond's a great defensive player. I'm with you on that. If he would have played, throughout the whole season, it would have been a no-brainer for him being Defensive Player of the Year. But, he Yoke for himself, he's very relaxed when somebody is trying to push up on him. And, he gets people on the back end. On that one move that he faded like he was ready to shoot it. Then he spent back, and he got him on that one. Ever since then, from that moment, I knew we had him, though, because that just took Draymond out of his whole game. I never seen somebody do Draymond like that, though.
That's my favorite post move of all time. And the first person I saw do it the way Yoke did it was actually Kobe. He's the first one that perfected it. So that's a Kobe move that you think Yoke's still in Kobe moves. Nobody would guess it, but that's what it is. That's what he does.
Can I ask?
Definitely. I'd be surprised if Yoke actually watched Kobe. I'd really be surprised, honestly.
Yeah.
Can I ask the most important question of the
here
game,
it is. Here's the big
day?
question.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about the shirt a little bit?
Yeah, let's talk about the shirt. Let's talk about this.
There, man. Everybody who purchased, who put their hard-earned money into this shirt, I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I thank DNVR for making this collab with me, and this is a big shirt. This shirt is fabulous, man. I can't wait to even put it on for myself. I'm gonna wear it to the San Francisco for that game. Seriously though, but I really thank everybody who's purchasing the shirt. From the bottom of my heart, I really mean that, and I'm thankful for you guys.
High City, baby.
You're the absolute best,
man. City, baby.
Hey, we've got a live chat, Bones. I can tell you right now, they're thanking you right back, bro. Denver appreciates you.
The city of Denver absolutely loves you, man. This was a great game. That second quarter, I'll remember that one for a very long time, and hopefully it's just the start. Hopefully there's a lot more. We appreciate you so much, man.
Hopefully gonna be a lot more. We gotta keep this thing rolling.
Hey, we get this dub. We're gonna have you back for game 5, baby.
Man, I'm always available. I thank y'all so much, though. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bones. Have a great one. Great game. Great job.
Yes, my guys.
That was fantastic, man. That was so much fun.
Can we not talk for a little while?
Can we just sit
I don't want to
here
hear your voice anymore. I just want to think about what just happened. Okay, we're back.
He just put it up. Look at that gorgeous thing, man. So glad he loves it too, man. It's like a little Cinco de Mayo. It's like looks like Guns N' Roses. It's like everything.
Some real insight there too. No surprise beyond the hype stuff. them talking to AG, that's cool to know,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Because it's such a mental
We
battle.
truly do have to keep him in Denver forever.
Forever.
God.
Forever and ever.
Well, he and I are going to rent a 1-bedroom apartment. I keep telling everybody.
One bedroom, huh?
Yeah, I don't think he's renting.
Yeah, he might not be rented.
He'll rent.
I would
I'll
advise
pay
him
rent.
to invest in the market.
But
Yeah.
what he said about Jokic's shot, and when he said, I knew right there we were going to win.
Oh, man.
That's a real quote to me. Like, that's a real thing. We talk about this. We assume it from a distance.
Yeah.
Do you believe you can win any given game when you take the floor with a guy like that? To hear a rookie say, like, when you see him go head-to-head with the best defensive player in the league and he busts that move out,
Yeah.
these guys take the court every night. Now, they know what this season has been, but when you're playing with Jokic, you've got a chance. And so to hear a rookie put that into words is really cool.
This was like awesome because it was like you guys talk about it. It's like the King Kong versus Godzilla. Like it truly was in the sense of they did a close up of Draymond while he was on the bench. As soon as like Curry hit a shot, they went in. He said, "It's over."
Yeah.
Over. And everybody believed on
Yeah.
their side, like this is it. This is done.
Yeah.
Then you have because they believe in their guy.
Right.
Then you have someone on the other side, Bones. That's just like, hey. Our guy just did that to him.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's over, yeah.
This is what we're gonna do. Like
Almost Rucker Park like
some
where
people
you're
are like,
walking
hey,
back and
that's
forth.
our guy, and he
Right.
he did that to
Right.
your guy. So game is over. So it's just like cool to see that type of experience and like for him to like just take us through every single moment of what's happening. Like I feel like this is like a notebook in the middle of that of us seeing something that no one else gets the opportunity to see, and just like he like shows us a little bit more behind the curtain and things like that. It's just really cool and unique to have a rookie be that open.
Yeah, he's really good at this too, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's naturally charismatic. He's naturally insightful
Yeah.
and naturally hilarious. Like all of these things together. So he just has a real talent for it, and also just like so gracious. I mean, it was thank us for making a shirt. I mean, come on. Come on.
Yeah, first off, what did you guys have to do with it?
First of all, I was the one that had the idea. I said,
Oh, wow,
We should
congratulations.
make a shirt about Bones
Oh,
Island. Do you
nice
remember when I
work.
said
Yeah,
that?
great
Do you remember
job.
when I said
That's
that?
right.
I did say it.
I'm going to retweet some
I was like,
people's
and I also
replies.
said it should be
He's
cool.
gonna retweet. He said it'll
Yeah.
be cool. I was like, hey, Bones, we're best friends.
Yeah.
How are we gonna get that?
To be honest, Eric, what was your
Yeah, actually, what did you do?
Seemed like he made the shirt.
You drew a skull? That was sweet, bro.
Mile
Really
High
cool
City,
skull.
baby. Yeah, he's
wow.
Bones. We
wow,
got
I
it.
can't believe
You
it.
wear headbands.
Yeah. All right, Allie, did anybody super chat us? 27
Let's go,
super
go,
chats. This
go.
show's going wrong. We're going long. Harrison Wynn will be joining us live from Ball Arena here just momentarily. Did Bones speak tonight? He might have spoke tonight.
He said he's.
Oh, it's going to be hilarious when we're like, what did Bones have to say? That'll be great. All right, what else we got?
Bring him up. Bring him up.
Actually,
Bring 'em
can
up,
we
bring 'em up.
just real quick?
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
You got me today?
I got you.
Oh, yeah, I just can't see because there's a thing in between it. Zane. Oh, Zane, I think, was at the stuck in the Bay Area, but persuaded my parents to go to the bar today. Much love, Nugs and Seven. Zane, I met your parents tonight. We took a photo at the bar. They were awesome. They were going nuts. I promise they had a great time. It was incredible. Next time it's going to have to be, you're going to have to join them.
They had a lot of things to say about D-line.
Oh, really?
Zane's parents, yes. Yes, they called him a B word.
Oh, they hated him.
Yeah,
They were not fans.
But
yeah.
there was like,
I
you
get
know-
that all the time. People are like, I like the show, but
Oh, no, they were really nice about it.
Really?
It
Yeah.
was like a mix-up. They
Yeah.
thought that they were saying it to me. They was like, I'm not telling the big black guy the B word. I was like, no, I think they were talking about Eric. It was like, oh, okay, where's he at? I'm like, no, he's over there.
Son of a bitch.
you got to knock you down from your perch every now and then. All right, what else we got? J-Rock says, bought that beautiful shirt today. Bones
Beautiful.
equals future. He also equals present. That's what
I think he
love
means
about
the
him.
rapper Future.
Oh, he is? Oh, he could be, yeah.
No,
Bones' music's for real good, man. Bones' music's for real good. All right, what else we got? Marcus says, "My High City, baby!" Yes, sir.
Marcus
yes,
gets
sir. Oh, hell yeah. You know he's going to say it, man. I mean, he's not going to. Josh says, "From down under, D-Line and Bones, both bloody legends."
That's right.
Down under.
I saw a little Australian for you.
Clip that. Timestamp that, please. That's now a
was the-
drop on the soundboard.
I think that actually might have
It's
been
a
a
kangaroo.
I think that actually might have been a hate crime.
it was truly, I was dead on. I would have guessed that. You're good.
Give Josh his money back.
Probably
man.
good at taboo.
I can never go to Australia now. All right, what else we got? Timestamping it.
She sent it to me.
Yeah, because we got to save that. Danny K says, fun fact, Nuggets are now 49-0 when vibes are immaculate. Let's go. It's so true. It's so completely true. Yep. Mahalo says, Merry Orthodox Easter, everyone. Actually, hold on. Let me it's Christos. It's like Gdarsky or something. It's kind of hard, actually. Let me see if I can get it. I had it from here.
With an Australian accent.
Christos Vaskursi. Tell me how I did there, everybody. Tell me how I did. That was a great one. Thank you, Mahalo. See you in a couple months. Eversor says, I'm stoked about this win in no small part because it's great to see the DNVR crew vibing. Love it.
We're vibing.
Yo, it's so much more fun than like seeing us be like, well,
listen. We sit and we watch other post-game shows that we gave birth to.
We freaking birthed them.
And we watch the Bulls post-game show, get to vibe, slap fives, hug, laugh, giggle. We watch the Suns.
Oh, you watch the Suns.
Whatever. Like, we watch all of these people. We don't get any... We got no vibe scraps. We just had to take it on the chin.
Yeah.
Listen.
But now here we are.
Here we are. Look at us.
Nobody vibes like the DNVR Nuggets vibe. Are you kidding me?
No one vibes like the DNVR.
One person
crew.
does.
Who?
Bones Hyland.
Busy Bones Hyland.
Bones definitely vibes like the DNVR Nuggets.
Friend of the show.
Why So Serious says, good morning from Japan. Let's go. Nuggets, it's 1-3 series, and you know what happens next. That's right, baby. I know exactly what happens.
Check it out,
Japan,
Joe.
man. We got people from all over. People from all over.
Someone just said Australian here. Not angry, but a little upset.
You should be upset at what Adam did. Absolutely.
What else we have? Jordan Adams says it's always Nuggets in 7 until it isn't. Hell yeah, it is. Nuggets in 7. We're only 3 games away, baby. And want to remind everybody, Michael Porter and Jamal have not been ruled out for this series.
50-50.
50-50, baby. Let's go. James Raitt says, super sticker, Australian man eating McDonald's hotcakes, buys multiple DNVR Bones Hyland shirts while screaming, "Bye, City, baby!"
No, I cannot believe that super sticker's available. That's an incredible.
That is such a great super
specific sticker, man.
Wow, I did not realize they had that sticker in the for purchase. That's such a good one, James. What else we got? Tyler Peters says, Austin Rivers was so goddamn goated today. I could not have imagined a more poetic final 2 minutes. Proud of you, Willie B. Man, me too. I'm telling you. This is the thing. And I don't want to go too down in this because the chat doesn't care. The people don't care. But I'm telling you, there was at one time when Will Barton was the bones of this group. Where he was just the vibe master. He's the guy that you guys don't remember what it was like in the Brian Shaw era.
I remember.
Well, we remember. I'm saying not everybody does. It was bad. Well, the best part of that season, it's so funny to think, Yusef Nurkic's rookie year was pretty good until he got hurt, and Willie B. Buckets showed up and he just like brought energy. He just gave a shit at a moment when nobody else gave a shit on the Nuggets roster. So he actually did, and that's why I'm the same way. And then, like when you get to know him, like does he frustrate you? Even me as a player, I'm like, is it time to move on, this or that? But as a person, as a character, as somebody that was introduced into your life, he was worth rooting for many, many years. And tonight he hit that one. And I feel bad that some of you can't even enjoy that moment, even if it's just encapsulated in the tiny little moment of which it existed.
Let's go. It's true, but let's not.
I just wanted to go. I'm just saying. Like
that's a great super chat, is what that is.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Super chat.
So goated. All right, what else we got? Schwabi says, unreal tech on Cousins. Agreed. What is he supposed to do? Agreed. Are we just going to see a tech on him every game? Refs calling him unreal. Probably. I'm with you on this one. This
single worst call I've ever seen.
Most of the time, I think that he did something to deserve it.
I agree.
This time, I did not. I feel like he actually did the exact same thing we've seen from Draymond every time.
And it was he didn't go and yell in the ref's face.
Yeah. He didn't threaten the ref.
That's true.
This time. That was the only thing that was a little different. And you take that one because it was like, hey, they're not backing down. They're still here. So take that tech.
What else we got? Sam Donald says, let's go. Got up early in Australia for this one. I never miss a show. You guys are the best in getting to the DNVR bars on my bucket list.
Please
D-line
let
rocks.
us know.
Go Vlatko Chanchar. Wow. Shout out to D-line and Vlatko. The same line there.
You know what, guys? Game recognized game.
Game does recognize game. Sam Donald.
It always has.
Game recognized role players.
Devil's Thumb is back. He says, Game of Bones. The Splinter is coming.
I love
the Splinter. All right. Timo says, did you guys hear me yell from Houston? Mile high.
I did hear you, Timo. I did.
Is Harrison here?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, is he? Oh, okay. I thought it was for some reason. What else we got? Pep says, he gives us a 20-piece. No MVP has ever been swept in the first round. LFG. That's right. All those preemptive.
No one
all
ever
those
has.
preemptive ones, and now people have to take it back. Take it back, everybody. James says, super sticker, pale bear with red headband finds criticized teammates for dagger 3.
Nothing makes me happier than when we suggest a bit and the goddamn
just-
chat
they
rises
nail
to the
it.
occasion, nails it
It's
every
a great
single
bit.
time.
Yeah, they're so good.
So good.
Brian says, the homie, he says, $5 Jokic is risen. Bones rules, Nuggets in 7.
Let's
I
go, dude.
strong
I got
agree,
vibes.
man.
Brian,
He gets us. He gets
got
us,
great
man.
vibes.
He does have great.
He's
Always,
got great vibes.
always great vibes. He's first team all vibes. Nick says, can you
baby.
all do a worst person to follow on Twitter during a Nuggets game snake draft over the offseason?
Yes, dude, I love it. Yes. Yeah.
There would be friends. Wow. There would be friends.
Well, first of all, we're going to nominate each other, I'm pretty sure.
I was going to say,
We're all
dude,
sick of each other.
I'm definitely going in the first round. All the same, so is Nick Wright. Screw that guy.
Yeah,
All right, let's go.
all right, what else? Austin says, can we get this version of Vote more often? Jesus. What is that?
What did I do? What did I do differently?
Hey,
I was actually sitting here trying to figure out what the bit was. Like, what was it that you
but
brought
hey,
today?
you did your thing.
You know what it is?
That's what they're saying.
You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. You wore your little European snappy man bag on set. That's the difference.
It's called a satchel.
You do look a lot.
Indiana Jones.
You look a lot more pretentious than you are. You're not actually
Yeah, maybe
at all
that's
pretentious.
it. Yeah, maybe that's it. I'll
Maybe
just
you need to be
dial up the
snooty,
pretentiousness a little bit more.
There you go.
Thank you, Austin.
Sniper.
Someone's got to be the Charles
Austin paid
Class.
$3 to insult you. It's so
I know.
amazing.
It happens a lot. Yeah.
Toke says, long-time listener, first-time super chatter, Purgatory feels all right tonight.
Let's
Lots of
go.
love to DNVR and the entire Nuggets Nation. From Copenhagen, Denmark, have a great trip to Serbia. Hell yeah, that's our guy. Another Rasmussen. What do you guys know, man? Another Rasmussen. You know what? Purgatory, the best party in all of Purgatory right now.
We are partying in Purgatory.
You
Absolutely.
could go anywhere in Purgatory, you wouldn't find a party like we just had
Yo,
right
if
now.
we can,
and are having.
if we are able to raise ourselves, pull ourselves up by our bootstraps out of Purgatory without our 2 max level players,
Hell yeah, that's a great super chat. Jacob says, got the bone shirt, W priority shipping, with priority shipping. Hopefully we'll have it. It's
Sorry.
hard to know the
Adam's
context
first
here.
day on the
Hopefully
internet.
we'll have it for Wednesday, Skeleton.
you will not.
With
you will not,
3
you will
to
not, you will
Dome.
not.
3 to Dome, screaming at Velociraptor, fouling LFG Nuggets. All of that stuff was great. Jacob McQueen. The wind is here. We're going to take a little break from Super Chat
Easy.
to go ahead and bring the wind in. I don't get it. I don't understand what happens. You go to Chase Center. It's the most beautiful background we've ever seen in our life. You go here. It looks like I'm on acid, man. Like, what is...
Do you understand?
Clean your camera. What is going on? There's got to be something on your camera.
Can I tell you actually what the difference is? Adam is on
I'm
acid.
telling you, there's nothing on my camera.
Something is
I
clearly.
have no idea.
Just wipe it.
There's
Just
nothing
just
on my
guess.
camera.
But you can, like, see yourself, right? It looks crazy. It's, like, insane.
I know that it's crazy.
All right, Harrison, before you get into the post-game commentary, just take us, man. I wish I could have been at Ball Arena tonight. Take me through. What was it like? What were the vibes? What notes do you have on the game?
I mean, pregame vibes were not great. I'll tell you that. Like, I did not get the sense that Denver felt like super confident, or I didn't really feel like the Nuggets were going to win today. I didn't. But they fought. And so that was just awesome to see. The game was like, it started super weird. Draymond poking Jokic in the eye, all the fouls. I don't know how Draymond Green did not get ejected from this game. Like, it was crazy. But good atmosphere. The fans brought it. There were more Warriors fans tonight or today, I felt like, than in game 3, but Nuggets fans brought it. It was a fun atmosphere for sure.
They got to take that L on the way out. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it.
Even if it's just one.
Even if it's just
Take
the
it
one
with you
little
on the
L,
way
just take
out.
that little L out with you. What about just from the game? I mean, the Draymond play was weird because it happened immediately. So almost like the game had a weird energy to start, and then you have a break. But just like, was there a moment? Was it the Bones 3-pointers that the energy just exploded? Like, where was it?
The Bones 3-pointers were incredible, man. Like, that was just like one of those moments that's probably going to stick with you from the season. Just
Yeah.
like, memories of the year. You know, you got like the Jokic headband game. the Bones threes today were one of those moments for sure. I mean, the place was electric. He's electric. And another great little Bones tidbit from tonight. I don't know if they saw it on the broadcast, but after Will Barton hits that three from the corner, during the timeout, Bones Hyland is walking around Ball Arena just high-fiving every courtside fan.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's high-fiving everybody on, they're on
How is he this good?
He's kissing babies. He's getting on every show. Like, this dude is good.
He's standing at half court, like, pumping up the crowd.
Oh, my God, man. I love
Ryan's
it.
picture.
Oh, yeah, there's a picture with Ryan Green. I retweeted it where he is. You might be able to find it, right? Green took it, Allie, where he is, like, standing in the middle of a sea of people. It's just, like, incredible. I love it. All right, do you want to take us to the locker room?
Yeah, I will. Talk with a bunch of guys tonight. Michael Malone, Austin Rivers, Bones, Monte, and Joker as well.
I love that they made everyone available.
Yeah. Some good stuff, though. I'll start with Michael Malone. He, again, just like after Game 3, was super proud of his group for fighting. He said, look, we could have easily given in, but we fought. And he said he was at peace the whole game, regardless, and would have been regardless of if the Nuggets won or lost, because the Nuggets fought and showed that heart. He said, look, we're not just going out to Golden State to close the series out. We're trying to bring it back here. We're trying to bring it back. He shouted out everybody. Austin Rivers' defense. Rivers was the defensive player of the game.
Yeah, for sure he was.
Aaron Gordon, he said he played the right way. Malone said that. And now he said, look, all the pressure is on them to close this out. So Malone, back-to-back games, he was loving just how his team fought.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. And it is true. We'll get into this later in the week as we go through our regular podcast hours. But, I mean, there is the thing of Bones earlier this week said all pressure on them, and I thought, no, it's not. You don't want to get swept. Pressure's still on the team. But now I do feel like pressure shifts over to them of this, like, do they really want to get on a plane and come back to Denver? So, Denver has an opportunity there if they're prepared for it.
Yeah, and Malone said that. He goes, I didn't want to get swept. I did not want to get swept.
Yeah.
So a huge just sigh of relief that they were to win this game. He feels like in these last two games, the Warriors felt them. Like the Nuggets were physical enough in these last two games to win. Games 1 and 2, they were not physical enough.
Right.
These last couple, they were. And then he was talking about Bones and how he loves watching Bones embrace the atmosphere, embrace the environment. Malone said that was really fun to watch. And it obviously gets everybody hyped up. The fans here, me, I got hyped up, like the Nuggets as well. So it has this effect. Like this Bones effect is so real.
Love it, man. Absolutely love it.
We talked with Austin Rivers today as well. Most of all, like he was just proud. He said, I'm just really proud of our guys. We could have let go of the rope, but we kept going. A lot of teams in our position would have lied down and just lost. That inbounds play that he picked off from the Warriors, there's that video going around of Jokic saying, watch for the lob, watch for the lob. A lot of guys said how the Warriors ran that play against Indiana and got a bucket off it, but that was in kind of the film that Denver watched in preparation for this series. So they all kind of had a feeling that play was coming.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he was just talking about getting a game, getting a win. He goes, when you get one, it's a different type of confidence. There's a level of confidence that comes with winning. That's the reason why Golden State confident, he said. They've won a lot. They've won at the highest level. But, yeah, we were just a physical team tonight, and we were physical enough to win. Like, that was a big theme tonight, just the physicality that Denver brought.
Yeah. What else?
He was also pissed that apparently they shorted him on steals. He thinks he had 6, but he only got 5.
That is such
he
a
would
peak,
notice
Austin.
that right away.
That's such peak. I love it, though. You know what? Talk your shit, Austin. Talk your shit, baby.
Something's wrong.
You earned it. Hell yeah.
And then we talked to Bones and Monte
So did we.
together.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh, they were together?
Yeah, they were together. It's I gotta say, it's tough to follow Bones Hyland on the Winners Lounge. Like it's tough. To do.
Yeah, your energy is just like, I don't know if it's always like this.
Give us a
Does
Mile
it
High
just
City,
feel lower
baby.
because of Bones?
I
Or
just don't. The weird thing is like just telling me what the player said. I don't feel like running through a wall.
yeah, it's so true.
Monte was talking about that midair collision he had with Draymond. Remember that play?
Oh yes, yes.
He goes, that was payback for him busting my lip last game. Which
Hell
apparently-
yeah. God, I love Monte.
And Monte goes, I just had to let him know Flint is a little tougher than Saginaw.
Oh, let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Can I tell you something? Where is Brendan Forbes from? Do you know what town?
I'll use the internet.
Yeah, use the internet to find out. Because I will say, he
Flint's
is like,
from Lansing.
he's what?
Lansing.
He's from Lansing. There
He's
you go.
from
So you-
Lansing.
So you get everybody here at this trio. He's always trying to fight people. Have you noticed? Like in like teammates and stuff. Like in practice and stuff, he's always just getting in people's face. It cracks me up. Like he's like first team all like ready to throw down at all moments. You wouldn't guess it, but he is.
Yeah, somebody on the Nuggets staff told me that Bryn is, quote, a crazy motherfucker.
He is though. This is
I
my point.
know, yeah.
This is what
I
I'm
think he's
saying.
insane.
If you just key in, if you go to the game and just kind of follow him around, he is like crazy.
He's
just
insane.
always. He's like always like you're only one step away. There's only one strike with him. There's no 3 strikes to ramp up. He's just always like ready. It cracks me up.
Yeah. Monte was saying how, look, coming into this game, I just wanted to come out and be myself, and Bones kind of said that same thing. He says he hasn't been himself these last couple games just in terms of being aggressive and getting his shots up. So he wanted to make sure he, I guess, got shots up tonight, and he definitely did. Bones was talking about just the confidence of this team right now. This was a great quote. He said, when we play Mile High City basketball, we can beat anybody.
Yeah.
And then Monte was talking about Bones and just a rookie playing a big role in the playoffs. He says, I'd ride with Bones every day. I bet my last dollar on him. The sky's the limit. The thing that I love about Bones, Monte said, is he's always asking questions. He's been that way since day one that he was here. So there's a lot of respect from Monte Morris for Bones Hyland.
I love that, man. He's just a solid work ethic now away, and he might have that. I'm just saying now it's like his first off season starts sometime in the early future. Now it's all about let's see how hard he works, because it's like the only ingredient he's missing, in my opinion, or that we don't know. I should say only box we TBD.
Yeah. Monte Morris on Bones Hyland. He's electric.
The only reason is now every time somebody says that, I just think of that one reporter that was like,
He's more electric
than Jokic or whatever.
Well, maybe Bones should win MVP.
Maybe he is the MVP.
Grow
I don't know.
up.
It's a great point.
Then we talked with Joker as well. On the win, what was the key to the win? Well, they only made 12 threes. Some of them they just missed, and they were wide open. And I also thought our bench played really well.
Yeah, that's cool.
He shouted out Demarcus and Austin. He thought they played really good defense. The entire bench was in the positives. He made that observation as well from the stat
It's
sheet.
my favorite comment. Damn, it must suck to be a sports fan and not have a post-game lounge. It's so true.
We see some of the Warriors in 4 crowd has stopped by to say Warriors in 4.
Oh, I love it, man. It is true, man. You guys got to go find your own lounge. You got to find it.
Fun,
There's not,
Timothy.
you know, the thing about people from California, not that creative.
No,
It's
maybe
true,
that's
man.
what it is.
It's so true.
Thanks for the
Yoke was
views,
asked
baby.
Yoke was asked about if the Nuggets played freely tonight, because that was something he's been on when talking about the 3-1 comebacks and just these playoff series. He says they start playing freely when they're down in a series. He said this a lot over the last couple of years, but he said tonight he actually felt like they played more strict and more focused. So not exactly freely, but just more focused. He said getting poked in the eye was actually really painful. I'm not going to lie, but
I like that he said actually, as if we assumed it wasn't.
I think we just assumed that just nothing bothers him.
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Yoke on Monte Morris. He said Monte, he played really mature today. I love to play with Monte. He's really smart and plays the right way. Yoke was also asked about if guys talk trash to him during the game.
like Draymond Green probably. He says no because he thinks everybody's realized that he just doesn't talk trash back, so just nobody talks trash to him.
This is the Tim Duncan thing where guys were always afraid to talk trash to Tim Duncan because it had no effect on him or whatever.
You also just look like an asshole at this point.
Yeah,
I'm just playing basketball. I'm not here for the same things.
I'm like a nice person.
Yeah, have you actually ever been in a game where guys are like, good job, and stuff like it feels weird if you say something back like, y'all can't guard me. Like, what? Okay.
All right, bro.
Yeah, Yoke said that Cousins says he tried to talk trash to him, I think, back when he was in Sacramento, but he just stopped because Yoke didn't respond.
That's actually awesome.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. On going back to Golden State, he said he's most excited to get more dinners with his old coach, Dejan.
Oh, wow. Old Dayon. All right. Yeah. Trying to poison the well over here. What if Yoke gets the flu, though? We're gonna have pitchforks for Dayon.
On game 5, he goes, hopefully it's going to be interesting.
Hopefully it's going to be interesting. I just love Yoke, man. The anti-hyper.
Dude, he's not a good post-game interview.
Yeah, he's really not always. Yeah.
But I also appreciate it and specifically how he pulls it off.
Yeah. The only other note I've got from the game, PJ Dozier was here.
That's right, baby. Hell yeah.
Did you get
I heard he was asked, people saying, hey, we'd love to have you back. And he's like, bro, you and me both. So, he wants to be back. He wouldn't fly out here if he didn't want to be a Nugget for life.
I think he might be out here, full time. I think he might be rehabbing out here.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. BJ Dozier. Yeah. We're going to have to get Dozier on. Man, we should hire Dozier to be a playoff analyst. He's like a free agent right now, right?
Yeah,
he can talk about it. Yeah.
He's composed.
He's so composed, man.
The composiest.
Is that it?
That's all I got. Hell of a game.
Actually,
Harrison, we miss you.
Actually, Harrison, I have a question for you. Do you want to go to San Francisco for Game 5, or should I do it?
Let's talk about that offline.
All right, good call.
All right, Harrison, get home safe. Good stuff.
See you guys.
All right, we got more super chats to get through, so we're going to go ahead and do that
here all night.
Are we just going to go live until the next game?
Hour and 37 minutes.
You know what? People are going to listen to all hour and 37 minutes of this.
We have microphones and you don't.
Clarence says, win at Golden State, bring back to Denver. You never know. Future is bright regardless. Wish Barton takes 6-man role next year. If he's retained, resign Boogie. Look, man, we'll get into this later on this week. Denver's still down bad, 3-1. Still tough. Not very many teams come back even from 3-1, let alone 3-0. But here's the thing. The next one is by far the hardest one. You get that one, you come back to Denver, and Golden State, by the way, what are they most known for? It's not the...
for human defecation on the streets?
Wow.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry.
No, not the state
the
of
Warriors
California.
team. They won 73 games. They've got 3 titles. They've got all this. But what they're known for most is blowing a 3-1 lead.
It took us so long to get there.
If you put a little pressure on, if you get that one and you come back, and all of a sudden, the talking heads would spend all day Thursday talking about, what if Golden State blew a 3-0 lead? They just one-up themselves and do this. So this next one's the hardest one. But you do that, you sow a seed of doubt. Trey says, Mile High City, baby! New shirt is awesome, by the way. Thank you, Trey.
Shout out, Trey.
Our boy, Trey.
Hope you're enjoying Moon Knight, Trey. There's a little egg for you.
All right, there you go. J-Rock tells me, all right, it's intentionally 555 for freaking Willie B. Buckets. It's only fitting he hits 1. Jokic has figured out eye nose gouge. AG in 7 rounds. I love this one. I love this one.
Jeremy J-Rock is our guy, by the way.
J-Rock is our guy, man. And he's a musician,
He's our guy.
He's a musician. We're going to have him play
We should get drunk with him.
We should get drunk
He
with
seems
J-Rock.
like a good drinking
J-Rock,
buddy.
come drink with us.
Yes.
What else do we have?
That's a yes.
Is this the real Andrew Sullivan? Wow, $10. Just got back from the game, completely lost my voice. Knew the Nuggets were going to win as soon as Rocky hit half-court shot on first try. I heard about this tonight. He hit it on the first try.
Are you serious?
How is Harrison going to leave that out?
I can't believe Harrison, man. He is dropping the ball on that
You
report.
should send me to
This
San
is the worst.
Francisco.
That's the player of the game. FYI, this is the last time you'll see Harrison on the show.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hope he enjoyed it. What else we got? Alex says, Jokic leading the playoff. playoffs in scoring. Doesn't mean much per game stat. No other great options. But still, that's pretty neat. I mean, you're selling it short. Are you kidding me? Like, what? I just went over this with KD. Like, KD's a great scorer. He's averaging like 17 a game.
I think it's incredible if you just look at all the superstars that are still in the league right now. And also the idea is that the MVP is being outplayed and he's not playing well.
So embarrassing.
He's leading the MVP. I mean,
so
leading
embarrassing.
in scoring. And that's after seeing Jason Tatum just obliterate everyone. And
You know what?
Hey, you know what I will say, too? Tatum took a lot of shots to get to that.
We're back. We are fully back. We are fully back.
Just saying.
Just saying. He's
No one
wearing
brought
all-
up his field goal percentage. He scored a lot of points.
Love that we are back here.
Just
on this.
saying.
We are on the hill. We were resurrected just to die on the hill once more.
I will die talking this shit.
And you will die.
And I will die, yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man. Yoke the score. Yoke the score. He's doing it. What else we got? Alex says AG with clutch free throws to keep momentum.
True, man.
Love
He
it,
had bricked the other trips.
And those were pressure ones. Those were pressure
man.
ones, man. He went to the pressure cooker and came out. I'm happy for AG. I really am. Keep it going, AG. Keep it going.
Meaningful
man.
development. Because he will be
very
back
meaningful.
for more playoff runs.
Very
He
meaningful
will be back.
development. Christian says, just bought my wife and I Bones and Jokic shirt MVP. Christian, our people, and your wife.
The greatest couple in all of Denver, or wherever they happen to reside.
I tell that relationship going to last forever.
Forever.
That's all I needed to hear
Do
there.
you and your wife have a MVP/Bones Hyland?
No comment. No
Oh
comment.
boy!
No comment. Wow.
Wow!
Man,
Yikes!
gotta get one for her. Christian also said, oh, no, that's the same one. Jason says, Bones hitting the third three was electric, but I got in a tear in my eye when Will hit the three to seal the game. So happy for him. He deserved that. Our people,
Good
Jason.
stuff,
Our
Jason.
people, man. Our incredible freaking people. I don't want to.
Let's keep it going.
No, bros. I'm gonna die.
I don't want to take all credit for this, but like,
Can you take no credit,
Do you
which is
think-
what you deserve?
do you think it's like because I saved that bunny?
No.
Do you think that's what it was?
Yeah.
On Easter, I saved a bunny on Serbian Easter.
no,
I'm just
man,
trying
you
to
didn't
say.
save that
Happen
today.
to good people.
I'm just
You
trying to
set
say.
that bunny free today. That bunny is dead.
Do you-
Yeah, because you killed that bunny.
Because that bunny
The
was
Nuggets
eaten
won
by
game 4.
a
you want him
bird
to
that
keep
you.
the bunny?
I'm telling you, these people don't understand karma the way we do, Dev.
Yeah,
the
no,
way we do.
I get it completely.
Yeah.
I
What would you have done if
understand.
you seen the bunny in the well?
Exactly what you did.
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
That's
You
what
got the
heroes
hay.
do.
Yeah, that's what heroes do. Am I a hero? I don't want to call myself it, but
Yeah,
Can
you're
I-
right. You should let me and Eric decide.
Can
no,
I?
you're
Can I chime in?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
the bunny
not.
game. This is the bunny
The
game.
bunny
I'm telling
game.
you, man. This is such a bunny game. People, we mean this from the bottom of our heart. We love you. We have so much fun in the Winners Lounge with you. In the Losers Lounge, we get cathartic, and we're glad we're all together as well. But the Winners Lounge, it just hits a little bit different, especially on such a beautiful game like this. We're going to be back all week. You guys don't forget, this is also a podcast. We're going to be back on Monday. We're going to be back on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we'll be back for the game. You're not going to want to miss us. Set your watches. Hit the like button on the way out. We'll see you guys tomorrow.